Bro.
Hey, it's Bubba.
It's WEENIE.
Hey, you tuning in live to BuddyVisions.
Man, today we got 3 special guests. Miss Melissa, Miss Mian, and Miss LEENIE.
Oh, yeah. Boy, got it right time. Hey, so today's podcast is going to be about credit. Credit, we feel like something that's very important, and we just want to educate our viewers and everybody on it. So we invited 3 special guests to tell us about credit. So we're going to get a little background, who they are, where they're from, and how long they've been dealing with credit first. So I guess you can start off.
Okay. Once again, my name is Mian. I've been working in the financial service industry, specifically credit restoration, for about a year now. What led me to this industry was me and my husband moved down here to a new area, to Baton Rouge, and we wanted to start a new life. And that included buying a home, having a better car. So what we did was, we worked hard, but we didn't quite get educated on what we had to do for, to start the process. So I came across this company that I work with now, led me to get more educated about credit, and also I was able to we were able to purchase our first home at 24 years old. 3 months later, we were also able to buy a brand new vehicle with no down payment.
Great.
So that's what led me to not only share the information with my family, but to people I know and to our community, people who look like me, to be able to not fall in that same trap, that cycle of not knowing, and that's what led me to do what I'm doing today.
All right, cool. Miss Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa Williams. I'm in Gonzalez. I started credit restoration in like 2004, seeking and trying to see what it is about credit. I wasn't that serious about credit, doing it. We all think like with credit. It's not that important, but it really is important, and you don't find it out till, like she said, you go try to get something here, boom, you're denied. You can't get it. So we really wasn't educated with credit, because our former education didn't teach us about finances and credit. It was only told to us, go to school, get you a good education, get you a good job. It doesn't work like that all the time, but we have that instilled in us and thinking, boom, that's how it is. So like I said, I started in 2004. Doing credit, and I just had this idea that I wanted to get out and help others with credit, because I saw where, getting educated with credit 2004, that I could do and help other people, and I saw that, a vision of that, and the company that I work for now does that same vision.
Right.
So I said, this is the company for me, so I'm going to help others, help people in the community to get their credit together, be educated on credit, and get the things that they want, house, cars, and increase their credit. That's what I did for myself, and I got my own car, got my house, and my credit score has shot up there to 798, and that is great.
I was in that 800 club.
Yes. So, hi, my name is Lane Quiet, and my story kind of similar to Melissa's. I started in the company because I was raised by a single mom. She raised 4 kids, no child support, anything. And she taught us basically day-to-day living. She didn't teach us about credit, saving, and budgeting. So I repeated the cycle when I grew up. I was living from paycheck to paycheck, not saving any money. And then I just wanted to change my mindset for as wanting better and doing better for my life. So I started researching about credit and different things because I wanted to also help myself, but also help my community and my family as well. So that's why I joined FEST, to better myself, better my credit, and within 6 months my credit increased by 115 points, and I'm able to help my family and also people in my community that I know. So that's the reason why I started doing credit restoration.
That's great. That's great.
So saying all that y'all said, when would y'all suggest it be a good time to start working on your credit, like establishing credit?
It's not a certain age, right? It's not a certain age range that to work on your credit. You can start young, like a young child. Say like I have Araya is 13 years old.
Right.
Putting her on my credit cards, being that I have good credit now, that's her establishing credit. So by the time she's old enough to get things, as an adult, she has good credit. So a specific age, anybody could start their child as long as they utilize the credit correctly.
Right.
So since you started there, so what is the process of you putting somebody on your credit? Like, what you mean by that?
Like have them as an authorized user on your credit cards,
Okay.
and as long as you're utilizing them correctly, that established in credit.
So do I gotta give them a card while they're authorized user?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
So with them being an authorized user on, say you're that would be your credit as they're authorized using on your credit.
Yes.
All right. Does that help them and hurt them, or does it just help them?
Oh,
Yeah, both.
Both.
yeah.
Because the to piggyback off that, you are transferring your credit. So whether that's good history or bad history, everything that you have would transfer over to your kids or whoever the authorized user.
So like, somebody that's trying to build their credit, what's the first thing you advise them to do or tell them to do? Like if they come fresh out of high school, no credit.
To get maybe a secure credit card.
Okay.
Establish a secure credit card, get that and pay on it. And they have to do on-time payment and establish a payment history.
So what is a secure credit card?
A secure credit card is a card you can take your money and put towards that card, or sometimes some company just give you the card and say this is secure, but it's your own money, say like $200.
Yeah.
So that $200 establishes credit. You take and you pay on it like a credit card.
So do you would you spend the whole 200 and then pay on that, or how does it work?
No, your 200 is basically like your deposit. So
Okay.
you pay the $200 and that's your limit. You can't go over the $200. So say for instance you end up screwing it up and you don't pay the money back. So the deposit that you put down, they take it for as what you used. Yeah.
So it's pretty much like you're borrowing against yourself. And the
Right.
thing about secure credit cards, the interest rates are so much lower.
Okay.
Right.
And so that means your risks are also lower. So you're putting yourself in a position to be able to show that you're using yourself as an asset by using your own money as that deposit and asset line of credit. It's also creating a positive trade line as well.
Okay.
So out of the 200, not to cut you off, my bad. How much would you suggest to use out of the 200?
10%.
10%. So that's a $20.
This is $20. That helps you. If you use 30%, 10% will help you better because it's showing that you're credit worthy.
So you just get one secure credit card, you get multiple ones, like
Whatever your budget can, utilize. Like if you can afford to, get two.
no, I got you.
Or you can get one with a higher limit as well. So if you can devout to having that $500 deposit, the $500 limit, stay with that one till you're able to show that you can manage that one and then grow from there. Also, don't have too many.
Okay.
Because you can also, they can escalate quickly.
Yeah.
You don't want to get yourself in deep water and then
Right.
you wonder how I'm going to juggle all these payments. Like she said, you want to start off with that 10% to just get yourself in the rhythm of making those payments.
Okay. I got two questions. So where do you get a secure credit card from? And by opening these secure credit cards, wouldn't that hurt my credit if I open up too many?
Yes, too many, because too many at one time, just like any kind of request or pull that you're doing on your credit report, too many can hurt you.
Gotcha.
So you don't want to keep going. I recommend people go to their local their local bank and and their credit
Okay.
unions. Those are the ideal locations to start first.
Okay. Great. Okay.
My bad, what's your name?
Nah, I would say y'all got that right.
Now I know y'all talked about the authorized use on a credit card. Like, say my parent put me on their credit card and they start abusing it. Is there a way that I can like remove myself from that credit card so I don't get hurt by them abusing their credit card?
Where your parent will have to remove you themselves.
Oh, they would have to do it. I can't just
Yeah.
do it myself.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But also you can enroll into getting your credit restored and they will take those items off. Basically you will dispute all the items that's on it. And that's the process of getting your credit restored.
So by me disputing it, it won't affect them in no kind of way by me disputing it.
No, once you get of age, you dispute it for yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
So do you gotta so like say like the balance is you're on your parents' credit card as an authorized user and you want to take yourself off. Do you have to pay off the balance?
No,
Okay.
they just take you off.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's something good to know.
Yeah.
Something good to know.
And we say parents, but it could be an aunt, a grandfather, a sister, or whomever.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your parent.
Okay. So trade. I know she spoke a little bit about trade line, right? What exactly is that?
A trade line is a positive line of credit.
Okay.
A trade line can be, for example, we've been using secure credit card. It can also be just like purchasing a car. That's a positive, a different type of loan that's showing that you're able to have assets as well. That's being able, you're borrowing someone else's money and you're
Yeah.
paying it back, showing that you're able to create their revolving credit and you're increasing your opportunities for lenders.
Okay.
They're saying that hey, she's borrowing this amount of money and she's paying it back in the time that's required. So that's keeping that positive trade line there and also increasing your credit visibility to those who are looking at it.
Okay. I seen like on infomercials and stuff like that. Can I buy trade lines?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's pretty much what you're doing, like with that secured card.
Okay.
You're buying that trade line with your money.
Okay.
And it's best like with a secure credit card that you're buying that trade line. Then that shows lenders, if I can take my own money and I don't abuse it and do good with my own money, then a lender look at it, well, I can trust them with my money.
Great. I like that.
A lot of people got cars, cell phones, they pay rent. Like, does that help your credit? Like cell phone bills, paying your rent on time?
Anything that you pay on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps. As long as it's a positive something, that helps your credit.
So if someone like has a cell phone bill that they're paying online, but it's not reporting to their credit, how do they go by getting that reported to their credit?
You would have to connect with a company that offers that service.
Right.
Because across all three bureaus, everyone isn't communicating with each other. Because what a lot of people don't know, credit bureaus are not government entities. They're just businesses, and they make money by sharing information amongst one another. So they pay each other to request information.
Right.
So that's why people wonder, well, why are all three scores different?
Right.
That is why, because somebody hasn't paid yet to get that information about you.
So what are the three major credit bureaus?
The three major ones are Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion.
Okay.
There are different ones depending on what area you're looking for. Like real estate has their own credit bureaus, car lenders have their own, but those are the major three. And each different type of industry will focus on one credit score to see if they're going to do business with you.
Is anyone used more than the other, like Equifax, TransUnion?
No, like their business. It just depends on who's paying the most to get that information.
Make that money.
Right.
I hear that. So why are those? So I don't know what I want to say. If I want to check my credit score, they always say, charge me for checking my credit score. That's what I want to start off with.
Well, you get one free credit score a year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How do I get
you
it?
find it at?
Annualcreditreport.com.
Yeah.
You can get your free credit score there.
Okay. That's
And that's an accurate one. Is like,
It's every year.
That's
because a lot of people use Credit Karma. They say it's not
Credit
as
Karma is
accurate.
not
Credit's not-
accurate.
yeah.
No, Credit Karma is just a marketing tool.
Right.
Ah.
That's why as soon as you pop up, you see apply for this credit card or
True.
you get this low interest rate and different things like that. It's a marketing tool.
I got you.
Yeah, and also you get what you pay for. So
Yes.
Credit Karma is free.
I
No
guess free.
shade. Look, no shade.
Right.
I guess free ain't always good.
Right.
No, you like it. So like, I guess we're gonna switch gears now. So like, with people who's got a great job, you know, the common thing that people tell you, go to school, get a good job, and you're basically gonna be good. So when people get 21, get a master's degree or whatever like that, but can't get a car, why they can't?
Because they haven't shown themselves as an asset.
Okay.
If you don't have anything in your name that you have established anything, then you are a liability.
Right.
Can you use work history as something that's they've been, I guess, I don't know how I want to put
I would say not work. I would say school history.
it. School history.
Yeah, say I've been in school for 4 years. I went to get a degree and everything. And I just started working 2 months ago. Can my school history be like included with my work history to show that I'm like stable and things like that?
In my opinion, I would say that depends on the industry, because with us being entrepreneurs, we know that a degree doesn't necessarily equate to the amount of money or the lifestyle that you want.
Right.
So it, for some industries, it also depends on experience.
Right.
Because even millennials are maybe having that issue as well. In today's market, we're low on trades, which is something that's neat. Those plumbers, those people who fix vehicles, mechanics, those are in high demand right now. Though we see trillions of dollars in debt for student loans.
Exactly.
So that's an imbalance in that area. So we need to ask ourselves what is relevant at that time as far as what's going to benefit our economy as a whole. So I would think it depends on what industry.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna get back to like he said. So like you're establishing your job and everything else like that, but now it's time to buy a house, buy a new car. So if you ain't got no credit, I know you said get a secure credit card. What else can you do?
You can get a secure loan at the bank, and also you can do credit my rent. And Credit My Rent is basically a tool that we have in our company. You sign up and you get your landlord to basically contact the company, and it goes back to 2 years. So they can credit your rent for 2 years, 6 months, or 3, however much you sign up for.
Yeah.
So as long as you're paying your rent on time, they can report that to the credit bureau, and you establish credit like that. And with the secure credit, the secure loan from the bank, what I do is, and I recommend a lot of my clients to do, once you go into the bank and you get that loan, say for instance they loan you $1,000. Don't spend that money. Take that $1,000 and put it into a checking account or a savings account, and then for your payments, just let them draft their own money back.
True.
And then pay a little interest on it. And then once you pay that money off, do it again. You're establishing a history with them, and you have a long term for as you're being able to, you're showing the lenders that you're able to make payments on time and have a history of paying what you're supposed to be paying.
So can I go to any bank and get that, or just credit unions or national bank?
A credit union is, to me, I bank with a credit union because it's the
credit
best.
union.
Yeah, it's way better than just a regular bank.
So why you feel that way?
Because their interest rates are lower and they give you loans quicker.
Okay.
And they also do soft pulls that
Right.
do not affect your credit score.
Come on.
Yeah.
So if I go to the credit union down the street, they're gonna be a soft pull and not gonna.
Exactly.
Bring it up.
They'll be able to do it that way.
Just
Major.
So you.
No, I'm just saying, just like those major banks, they are most likely going to pull a hard pull that's going to bring you down some numbers. So
And that's where you get those inquiries from. And inquiries are like 10%, and that hurts.
So break
I was
down.
just about to ask, what's the difference in soft pull and hard pull?
So pretty much a soft pull, like we said, does not affect your credit score. Soft pulls will come from those, like from marketing, when you're going through real estate. Majority of those are soft pulls. Hard pulls affect your credit score in a major way. They will bring your numbers down from as low as 50 points all the way up to at least 100 points.
Right.
So that include car dealerships. They do hard pulls.
CarMax.
Yeah, CarMax, those companies like that. Oh, and another one, when you're shopping in the stores, retail credit cards, those are hard pulls.
Like Home Depot?
Yes.
Home Depot, Old Navy, and you know Old Navy always trying to give you that 10% when you get ready to check out.
Yeah.
Home
And they
Don't
get you,
do it.
they get you
Home
around the
Depot,
holidays
yeah,
time
they
because they say 10% and here's a gift, you know, fill out a credit card for your free gift. But that don't benefit you at all, because here you got 13, so many inquiries, and that hurts you. And all they doing is advertising. That's marketing and advertisement.
Yeah, that lady at Home Depot always get me. 20% off, sign up for credit card.
Sounds good and everything and excited, but all it does is hurt you.
Right. It's not worth that 50 points, 60 points that credit score gonna drop
So
for that 10%.
So I'm glad you said like credit drop. So what are ways to get my credit to go up besides paying on time? Like what other things can I do?
Go ahead, Lane.
That's the main reason. The main thing: pay your bills on time, and also it's different tricks. Like with credit cards, like she said, do the 10%. You can do the 30% as well. Another thing that I tell my clients, as far as if you have a credit card, right, and if you have say for instance your payment is due on the 21st, right, and you owe $100. So 15 days before it's due, pay half, like $50, and then 3 days before it's due, you pay the other half, $50. So that just triggers to the credit bureaus that you made 2 payments. Well, actually, you made 1 payment, you just split.
Right.
So it's so many different things that you can do to boost your credit score.
So what you just said, would that be something like daily compound interest, something like that, or no?
No.
Okay.
It's just showing the payment history. So
Got
you're
it.
trying to get a payment history. So instead of making 1 payment, it's like you made 2 payments, but you really made 1 payment because you only owed $100, but you made 2 because you made one
$50.
50 and 50 to make that
Gotcha.
$100.
Right.
Just
It
trigger
triggers
system.
twice.
Yes.
Right.
Huh.
I didn't know
It's a
that.
system.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I didn't know that. 'Cause I
Well,
heard.
this is free information now for you.
Right.
But I'm not going to give you a whole lot of free information.
Right.
Because we want you to sign up and get your credit together.
Let them know. Let them know where to
Credit
sign
together.
up
Let them know.
at. Where y'all gotta
Sign
sign
up.
up at? Tell them where to sign up at. Let them know.
We're gonna let y'all know that before it's over. Hey, she was about to give it to you right now.
I was ready.
Right.
She's like, can't give too much game.
Right.
So-
Can give you all the tricks.
Yeah, I know he spoke on like with the good job and getting ready to buy a house and things like that. So how much work history do you need to actually be approved to like get a loan for a house?
At least 2 years.
2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm. 2 years. Yes.
And that's on the same, they recommend it on the same job.
Right.
And that's with no gap. It's if you've had multiple jobs during that two-year time frame, don't let that gap be no greater than a month.
Right.
No greater than one.
Right, because they want to see that you are able to afford the house that you buy.
Yeah, and stay on the job.
Yeah, but a lot of
and-
times, you know, like I said, they recommend like the same job, but if it's the work history in the same industry, they would take that. But like she said, don't let that gap be too far.
So what if you're an entrepreneur? So you don't really have, I guess, they'll see your taxes then?
Yes,
It's like self-employment.
Yeah, they want your
1099
those 1099 loans.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard from my account they recommend at least 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we talk about work history and it's like entrepreneurs that listen to it, it's like, well, I can't buy a house now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can still buy.
Yes, you can still buy a house.
Yeah.
Come talk to them.
Yes.
Yes.
No, all right. So like, right now, I guess I want to get touched more in about. So I got good credit. How do I just maintain it? Just paying on time?
You can go after you've paid it on time. You want to maintain that history. Say if you've caught that card up, and you're like, well, I don't want to spend no more on this
Exactly.
card. Do not close it.
Why?
Because-
I ain't got no money on it.
True, but that history counts for 30% of your score also.
Right.
30%.
Yes, 30%. On time payments is 35%. The other 30% is those that length of history.
Right.
So unless you have something to replace that history you've established, you want to leave that on there. You don't have to use that card. You can cut it up if you want to.
Exactly.
But just make sure you keep that account open. Maybe touch $5, $10 here and there, because they are going to want to see some activity, or they'll turn it off themselves. So you do want to make sure that you still maintain that history on there if you don't have anything to replace it.
Okay. No, that's just good information. Because most people I see, man, I'm gonna close that account. I ain't using it
Yeah.
after I pay the bill.
Yeah,
So that's why.
once it's closed, nothing else is, to it. It's just date, that's it. So now you don't have, any more links. So now you close it and it's done with. So nothing is happening with it. So,
And it also reports to your credit
yes,
report
yes,
closed
close
accounts.
Closed account.
Closed
You don't
account.
They don't specify why.
Oh.
Either it could be you didn't pay it or you
Yeah.
just close it up.
So y'all best advice to do is if you finish paying for it, just cut the card if you don't want to do it.
leave it open.
Right.
Yeah,
Just leave it
don't
open.
close it.
Because it's common with car loans. A lot of people, because most car loans are for 5 years. Well, I'm gonna pay this car off in 2-3 years. If you don't have anything to replace that 2 years, or the history you've already established, it's best for you to just keep making that payment.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
I'm not saying you can't pay your car off, but if you do not have anything to replace that history you've already established during the time frame you've been paying it, it's best for you to just keep making those payments.
So meaning, so like I ain't got no truck no more, and I don't have nothing else on my credit. So my credit is basically going down, right?
Not yet. If you don't establish something to replace it, it could go down within a certain amount of time frame.
But why?
Because you're shorting your history.
Right.
It's just like shorting a lifespan on something.
Gotcha.
And it's just showing the lender that it's closed. You paid that off and it's closed. A lot of times when stuff are just closed, they don't know if it was closed by, the lender or if it was closed by you. So they don't look at it as positive history closed because, it's just gone.
It needs to say,
yes.
it needs to say paid as agreed.
Yes.
Right.
So pretty much, if you're not using your credit, it can hurt you as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
The world's built on debt.
And what she's saying is a true story. I paid my car early, and I ain't getting nothing else in my name. My credit started going down. I was like, man, I paid my car. I can't pay for it. And I found out I needed more credit
Yes.
Right.
to just keep it current and keep it alive, basically.
Right.
Oh, that's good information. I'm glad you said that. What other things you want the viewers to know that we didn't discuss?
Another issue, identity theft. A lot of people feel like, well, there's nothing on my credit, and
Yes.
I always ask them, well, when was the last time you checked it? Well, about a year ago when I was doing this. Over 50% of people are experiencing identity theft, mainly because social media, cyber criminals are prevalent more than ever. I know we've seen the breaches with
Experian.
with Experian, DoorDash, because a lot of us are ordering online,
Yeah.
ordering different things. So that makes you a target. So I encourage you, like we said, make sure you get access to that free report that you have every year. Look on there to see what's going on, because you never know, you might have had something on there that's not even yours.
So on a free annual report, we do it once a year.
Mm-hmm.
It talks more about like identity theft too. I just started to check my score. That's it.
No, it reveals what's on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So if you never check it, you don't know what's on there.
Exactly.
Then finally when you do check it, there's something that's unfamiliar or not for you. then now you know somebody else could be using your credit and you don't even know.
How do I
Good or bad.
How do I get it off there? How do I dispute it? I guess I want to say.
You would. It's a long process. You would have to. You would have to.
How are y'all?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We are part of that process, so we would need you to get in contact with us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So what if say my name is John Doe and I got a son John Doe Jr. Can our credit kind of get crossed in the mix?
Yes, it could.
Yeah.
A lot of. I mean, because we're humans. Human
Right.
error can happen just that easily, and it's usually a phone call that can be fixed.
Right.
Sometimes it might allow you have to file a claim where it gets fixed, but are you ready to take the next step? Because I know some people live with bad credit for years but don't want to take 2-3 months, just 6 months to fix something that can be done in that time frame.
So is that a simple process or is that a long process as well?
It varies, depends on what it is.
Gotcha.
And that was falls in with that identity theft too.
Yeah,
If you
right.
have that identity theft, like lifeline, if you have that protection in there, you get an alert of something. And then if you know this ain't me, this can't be me,
Right,
you
right.
got that to let you know that. But if you don't have that, it's gonna go on and on and on.
And we provide that
Yes.
with our company.
Hey, I know y'all probably asking. Well, they ain't never told us where we could get in contact with them. Let the people know where they get in contact with. Cause they've been watching a good 20 minutes now. And I know they want to know.
Well, I can be reached on Instagram, Mion_Bradley. That's MION Bradley, common spelling, and you can get all the information about our services and what I do and how I can help you.
And I can be reached on Facebook, Melissa Rapp. And my phone number 225-623-8282. Contact me and I'll let you know and help you out. Assist you in any way that I can.
And you can contact me on Instagram, Laney Quiet, LANEY, Quiet, QUIET, and also on Facebook as well, the same name, Laney Quiet, and my number is 225-205-1715. Thank you.
Also, I know all y'all are based out of Louisiana. So we got a lot of viewers that's not from Louisiana. So what if they want y'all service and see the podcast and want y'all service? Can y'all help them also?
That's a great
Yes.
question. Yes, even though we are based here in Louisiana, we are able to network and work and help with people in all across the United States.
Great.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Yes.
all 50 states, we can help you. Just give us a call, shoot us an email,
Yeah.
click that link, send us a DM. We
Yes.
got you.
Does the process change like by state? Like is credit in Louisiana different from credit in Texas? I'm saying.
Well, with our company, it doesn't.
Right.
Each
Right.
state, of course, has their own laws, but our
Right,
company,
right.
we're able to help them with our company no matter what state you're in.
I got you.
Yeah.
So on your social medias, do y'all post like credit things to like help people to make it like if I start following you, you'll give me like tips. I think I want to say.
Yes.
Yes,
Tip
yes.
Tuesday.
I put
Credit-
some. I put some today about
Give them a
the
little
laws.
bit to beat them in.
Yeah.
I put a few today about the laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say you got credit Tuesday, you said?
Credit Tip Tuesday, and then even on I do a Motivation Monday.
Yes.
Motivation Monday on
Y'all
Facebook,
definitely
yeah,
gotta
and on Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I
Y'all
give
better
tips
follow.
about credit and life.
Right.
Why not? She give you 2. Free game.
Yes,
The rest you gotta pay for them.
yes, yes.
Weenie, you got anything else, Weenie?
Nah, I ain't got nothing else.
Do y'all have anything else?
I think that's it. Thank y'all so much for inviting us. It was a pleasure sharing this
Yeah.
information.
I really enjoyed it.
Nah,
Thanks.
we really appreciate y'all for coming by.
And giving the knowledge
Shout
that
out to
y'all gave.
BuddyVision.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Fix your credit so you can fix your life.
Hey, I like that. Hey, I can't say nothing else. Fix your credit, but you can fix your life. Hey, it's Bubba.
Weenie,
Hey,
with a vision.
Yeah.